Final Fantasy 14. I gotta deal with this fucking guy. Money had just gone to Elpis as well as me, and he just came to look at me. Now, there. Jeez. Now, so excuse me. I just got out of the shower, so I need to lotion myself because I'm black. I don't make the rules. So give me a second. He's gonna keep running away and coming back just to fuck with me. I think he just got to Elpis too. I didn't just get to Elpis. I've been here for a day, but this place is beautiful. I just want to reiterate, Elpis is like, I think Elpis takes the spot from Camp Cloudtop is my favorite place in the whole game. Like this, yeah, Money, I can see you. I know you're in my stream. I can see you. Money, go away. Go away. Like, go away. Bro, go away. You ugly ass. Move. I can do that too, you know. What? Oh yeah. Thank God. Alright, so yeah, as I was saying, honest to God, I think this is my new favorite area in the whole game. Like, Elpis, completely by itself, outdoes everything that I liked about, Elpis completely outdoes everything that I like about Camp Cloudtop. Camp Cloudtop was my favorite place in the whole game for a time because it was just so open. All these sites, all this wildlife. It felt like it was like completely endless. It felt like it was just a completely endless area. Here though, this is that tenfold. It has story significance. All these buildings, massive, like greenery everywhere. Like there's so much space and freedom here that I don't think we've gotten any other place besides Camp Cloudtop, and this place does that even better. So yeah, genuinely, I think Elpis is my new favorite place in the whole game. What a fucking beautiful place. Anyways, let me finish lotioning up, because again, I just got out of the shower. I actually timed myself. These are two buddies of mine to see how long I take in the shower. It took 19 minutes according to them. It took such a short time, solely from the fact that I didn't want to get kicked out of my queue. Well, kicked out here. I could have showered while I was queuing up. I didn't trust my queue, so I just waited. But yeah, I'm feeling refreshed. 11 o'clock at night. I got school tomorrow. But my winter break is coming up in like 2 days. Not counting Tuesday. I think I'm off Thursday. I don't know what's happening Wednesday, but yeah, hopefully Wednesday isn't terrible. We should see how that goes, more than anything else. And yeah, so I'm chilling. Well, I'm not doing too much. School's going fine. I came home, slept from 4 to 7 p.m. And then I was just chilling out. I was really just chilling out. Alright. So, I've been awake for like 4 hours. On 4 hours of sleep, and a full day of school. Going to bed again at 2 a.m. tonight. Let's see how far we can get in this queue tonight before I explode. So, without further ado, ENDWALKER. Check your mail, you madman. Oh, okay. My apologies for the trouble. Owing to your kind assistance, all the ambitions are safe and well. I'll presently send them back to their space. We are going ahead to the main building. Upon entering, you'll see a table and chairs, a meeting area. We may speak there. Very well. You cannot let the creatures slip away again. Is there not a male here? Well, hold on. Yulmore. No, Mordona. Mordona's mail is right there. Look what you sent me. There you are. Alright. Let's see what I was given. Probably more food. Or weapons. Oh. Here's some more fucking oranges. Jesus Christ. I'm eating oranges. I'm going to just bother me. Fair. I've been getting nothing but oranges from Blake for like the past 2 days. He's sending them to me for the entirety of this expansion. He said it was going to be bananas, but he sent me oranges instead because he couldn't find any bananas, which I find insane. That bananas are just off the market. Now, no, don't send me oranges or bananas. No, cat, don't send me fruits, please. Who else joined my street? No, don't send me fruits, bro. I'm going to sleep earlier this week and use this shit soon. Jesus. Well, don't send it to me while I'm in Elpis, because I want to appreciate this place even more. This place is... God, this place is fucking phenomenal. Just look at this place. Just look at this place. It's literally my favorite area in the whole game now. God. This is fucking incredible. Let's continue. I'm gonna go bother Emmett Selch. Oh, I thought he is. Well, Emmett Selch has been accommodating thus far. He is the one who has been his hermit. To wish you to, you'll have to ask his permission. Oh, hi, Alpha. Oh, voice acting.
This appears to be the place. And here is where we part ways. We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins. What? Will I have to remove you by force? Let's hear them then, these reasons of yours. Who knows? If I deem your mysterious cause worthy, I may even be inclined to offer my assistance.
I do not object to her attendance.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
I would just tell him. I'm just saying, if I was Daria, I'd tell him everything.
But I believe she can be trusted. Meteion would not have taken to her so quickly otherwise. Moreover, The presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
As you wish, then. Behave yourself, do you hear?
So, it's finally happened, then.
Aye. Van Daniels declared his intention to step down, and named you as his preferred successor. In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the Convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure. And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Van Daniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the Convocation?
No, it's not that. For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Van Daniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the Star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the Star? Does that mean die?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Atheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place, that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the Star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Van Daniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this, I do. It's just... I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all. Oh no. I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteion outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
So I would say at least a convocation. Well, this isn't a convocation, but I'd say at least these guys understand what we know about Fandaniel and how far it's gone, considering everything that's happened to him now. So at least we're not alone in like the sentiment of knowing and wondering what the fuck his mindset is. What's your chance to serve in convocation? Yet. Don't mind us, my friend. Please turn to Meteion. Meteion? Meteion. Meet. Forgive me. I'll make it up to you. I promise. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Daria. I didn't mean a walk. Perhaps we can go for a walk. A walk would be nice. I would say Meteion's race could be good for custom characters. We have Aura. So, please get sad and think about death. I'm just so sad I'm sad too. That's how I am. How you made me. But don't worry, I'm fine now. So, why did you come here? You know about Elpis and Hermes. Ooh, teach you. I can teach you. We can take turns. I tell you something, you tell me something. Sounds like fun. I'm gonna tell her the truth. Fuck up the timeline. It will be. We're gonna start. I have to talk to Memnon. Teaching me to do so. I'm not gonna explain, but Memnon. So I'll have him have an instead. Let me tell him about company. Keep right your time for some quick objectives. I think I recognize what that gunboy is from. That's Tower of Babel, I think. Looks like we should be able to do that. What's your walking evasion? Here? Okay, yeah, Fimo here. Alright. Oh, these, right? I'm gonna teleport anywhere. Not anywhere, not to the ground or other isles. I think you need teleporters. Oh, and permission. Teleport down. What have we here? You look like a person who is a beast. What? I assume you are familiar like Meteion. Is there something you need? Is it because I'm a Fiat? That's racist. This is Daria. Can you teach about Okay, that was the Estinian toy. I jumped. Neither are familiar with she. Very well, I should be glad to introduce her for a facility to her. As you know, it is mankind's duty to make the star a better place. As part of this duty, the creation matters to move forth in the light. However, the surveillance of the resources of the world for relief to chaos. No, any all life forms is undergoing simple testing to determine the conditions of everything else. Every candidate is a rigorous study in which we identify the properties, surmise what habitat might be suitable, and speculate as to the effects it may have on the environment and other species. Should it be judged a beneficial addition to the star, it will be allowed to take its place in the world. The two of you, too, will make the star a better place. Season match is going to be good, do you hear? We will, Memnon, we will. Thank you for the lesson. Thanks, Memnon. You had a turn. Now I get a turn. Where did you come from? There's such a place, I had no idea. This place is going to feel like, oh, my power, I haven't told you about creation. Outside creation, we're not being watched. No one's got my power. Motionless, Fucking Chibill. Spriggans, where's Spriggans? Oh no, we call them Orei. But for as many, if it's just when we say Aureus, they're cute, they can be naughty. Sometimes they run off with concept crystals. Concept crystals? And Hermes used to run after them. Please. They were done with Aura. The finest of minerals was highly unique. I dare say they'll be no less popular. This fucking thing. They gave that cutscene and everything. Dear God. I did not miss your face. Oh, this creature is perfect. But I don't miss it before. Perhaps it's new. Anyway, I'll try reading its mind. That's my power. What? Megan's gonna find out that we're from the future. If you're reading our mind. Can't read it. There's nothing to read. Wait, please, I'll try again with you this time. What is Daria thinking about? Greens, can you hear me? This is my power. I can read the emotions of those around me and project my emotions to others in return. I'm not actually speaking with you in your mind. Rather, you are converting my emotions into words and intention. A process performed subconsciously by intelligent life forms. This ability is vital to my mission, for it allows me to interact with intelligent beings even should they communicate via unknown languages or other nonverbal means. As a consequence, I am clumsy at speaking. Yet though I struggle to express myself in this fashion, Hermes wants me to speak as much as possible, for everyone has thoughts and feelings that they may wish to hide. I harbor an affection for you, one that's difficult to define. Aside from the fact that you share common truths with us, your thoughts are complex and prismatic. They draw me in and leave me wanting to know more. I often respect your privacy, I refrain from using my power when speaking. Nevertheless, I want you to know that I wish to be your friend. Did you hear me? Good, now it's my turn again. So, what are you good at? Half these things are a lie. I don't do this. Fishing is okay. Do they mean role playing? Cause I'm good at that. I at least like to imagine that I'm good at that. But I guess I'm not a bad player. I'm getting better over time. But I think role playing is my strong suit. But I don't want to say that. I'll just say fighting. Oh, fine. That must mean you're strong. That means you're strong too. He doesn't like to fight. Even the creations fight him. I don't want to tell her that I roleplay. Fucking G. That's a reaction image, actually. Alright. I think it might be bothering it. Stop. 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 Get away. You're peering through my TV. Let's keep going. We'll go in and see UNT next. She's usually in a small building. Remember this now. What the fuck? Ah. You empty. Well, if it isn't me too. See you brought a friend today. You empty. An apple. Did you make me an apple? The kind of Hermes like covered in what? Oh, a candy apple. Hermes is certainly partial, but you know you can't eat it, and you weren't made to do so. But I like it too. It makes me that way, but it's really really sure this feels. Even thinking Hermes is like cereal. The thing about candy apples is that I've always imagined that candy apples are like, how do I say this? I've always imagined candy apples are like kind of like gushers. Like they're like a chewy, somewhat gooey fruit snack that like has juices in it. It's like I've imagined a candy apple like an apple on a stick, and it's chewy, gooey, and juicy, and it's an apple flavor. That sounds like it hits. It sounds like it absolutely hits. But apples with syrup, Bro, what? I need to have a candy apple one time in my life. A chewy, gooey, and juicy apple? Bro, if that was how apples normally were, because apples are sort of chewy, but they're hard. Like, can you imagine if apples had the properties of, like, you have to, like, gushers? Apples that are chewy, gooey, and juicy. Man, that shit would bang out. In any case, I can't prepare an apple right now, but I'll bring one for her soon. I promise. I'm sorry, Daria. I want to show you my favorite thing. I could ask about yours, but I failed. I'd love to tell what I like. This guy named Cypress Constantine. Oh, that's what you like? Yes, let's feel your joy and happiness. Let me see happy too. Thanks for sharing with me, Daria. Well, we've walked and talked a lot. Maybe Hermes has finished talking to you. Shall we go and see? I'm not exactly from the Crystarium, even. Ah, excellent timing. It was refreshing constitutional, I hope. What, back already? Pity, a bit longer than I've snuck away without you. I felt that, admit. I would sneak away without Daria Lethos any day in my life. Anyway, I could see the fresh air done me tea and good. Daria wanted to learn about you and Elpis, so I taught her about this place, about my power, about your favorite food. I'm not sure if the last one will be of any use. I do appreciate you keeping Mintan company. While you were away, I was finished speaking with our guest. Finished? Hardly. You requested time to consider the invitation, so you have no choice but to occupy ourselves and expect you of your work. My apologies. It has been decided that Emmett Soldier Hytholius will accompany me as I attend to my duties. If you wish to learn more, perhaps you would like to come too. I'm compelled to remind you that she is in no way associated with the convocation. We simply chanced to meet at Propalion. There is no guarantee that the marriage discussion will remain private. I do not mind. To see the joy her presence brings me, and I cannot imagine mysterious from Harper's malicious intent. Daria is kind, really, truly. She taught me as much as I taught her. I'm coming, of course, to watch her and raise good bounty on lots and lots. Of course I am. Lives apart. It is held that all civil organizations should conduct their affairs with total transparency. The convocation is no exception. It doesn't mean we are obligated to show our work to unknown piece of pursuit. Consider yourself privileged and behave accordingly. Wireless armor. Although I see new creatures on a daily basis, here they look at them with a different eye. It will be interesting to observe them as I work. This time we all get to go for a walk. Isn't it exciting? Very. Lives apart. Composure regained. Hermes is ready to return to his duties. If everyone is right, there are a few creatures to check on. First, we shall return to the spot where we find our way wherever. Ambistoma. Have care when you step outside a hub, for there may be more important creatures about. They call them hubs. That's fucking weird. Dante? Can you devil make life? Fucking whoa, dude. Ah yes, the ensign petalota, one of the new species of the ever-popular butterfly. You're so bothered about your robe. Don't be. If these specimens your purpose will be missed. All of them are bigger now. We were discussing nomination, he was merely calling incarnate. It's a beautiful petalota. I hope they make it into the world. I mean, they already are. This year, the new species of petalota recently settlers. They've been doing very well, managing to maintain a stable existence thus far. If it can see its observation periods of the earth without issue, we shall release it unto the world. Yes. I didn't lotion enough. Tell me, do you know the difference between reason beings and arcanifties? It is the presence of a soul. It's a soul system we can choose to have a will. But it manifests only in those beings whose forms adhere to the law of creation. Also creation. That can go on their own. Beings that do not fulfill requirements such as those spontaneously born of magic or natural phenomena do not have souls. No matter how much it might resemble before, a finite finite soul then is considered an arcane entity. So in the 14 universe, the thing doesn't have a soul, it's an arcane entity. Okay. So you see, it is not for mankind to accept as living. That domain lies by our tradition and it is hubris to assume otherwise. Come, let us head to the nearby beacon. Receive a report that arcane entities have gathered there. be interesting too. Tell me, how did you find the Ambistoma? A fascinating creation. Much like yourself, well, none of Hermes' first flying life forms is a rip every people see on the books in progress. I'm meant to be observing Hermes when Silver took them with him. Well, I suppose she is also a proof of his prowess as a researcher and creator both. You're on that front, but I guess only that front. Ah yes, lightning new, but just as the report said. Although we call the structure a beacon due to its form, it's in fact a magical device, but in between the balance of the elements, it keeps the isle airborne and maintains climate thereupon. In the course of its operation, it often sees an internal shift healed a given element. Right now, that element is lightning, which draws a Numa here to replenish their ether. He prays mighty on its busy. Would you carry assist me in her stead and feed the Numa? By using this lightning converge, you can harness ambient lightning focused into a ball, a veritable feast for our dazzling friends. Go on, give it a try. Give me a second, I'm still lotioning up. That shower hits different.
Except Grahatia. Use this concept crystal, and anyone can harness that and grow a spellcasting skill. Oh. Quickly done, Daria. Look. See what I got at the feet, how they express themselves through actions with the lack of words. The features of the soul-defining characteristics of a thinking, feeling creature, nor is silence indication it does not possess these qualities. Be it a soulless arcane being such as the Numa, or an ephemeral life form such as the Pintaloda, all seek to perpetuate their existence to survive. Good question. You can answer with the standpoint, but it ultimately falls to the other judgment. Isn't that? Well, I doubt that she's human, considering that everything she gets is from Hermes. And she's nothing like we've seen before, like anything we've seen before. So she looks like a fucking Legiana from Monster Hunter. Those are the types of versions which are abilities need to attach to her true nature. But to me, it doesn't matter. She's herself, and that's all I need to know. I felt that. I appreciate that, Hermes. Appreciate that way of thinking. Oh, you finished already? I'm sorry, I was in the way. Not to worry, my dear. There's nothing to note, and we have still plenty of work to observe. Next, we'll head east to the morning view. We can observe it there. Hermes is a Litibus, right? I feel like I've completely forgotten. Like, I'm detaching Hermes from other people. Because, like, his name isn't a Litibus. That's a shot that I gotta get. Bro. Yeah. Fucking really nice. Remember the team that designed this place is great. The sellers are talking to the girl. The combination of a carefree as well as almost really time. Is there a gunning theme or any method to the madness that is features? Gabu? The Gabu. Dude, more voice acting. Sick, dude. Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects. So, how are we coming along?
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekis. Like me.
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy. Dynamis, we call it. And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Entelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter. On account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Meteon?
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it. However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%. The more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities. 'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river... Not that I have such grand ambitions. Nay. I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an entelechy. Like me. So... are we the same? Entelecchies.
Well, aren't we ungrateful? Mayhap I should revert you to the pathetic, faded thing you were.
I was kidding, Jesus!
A deficit of ether alone does not an entelechy make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis. And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You'd do well not to underestimate it. Oh dear. I'd forgotten about the poor fella. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
There's so much I could say to these guys that would give away everything I want to say. Every time we get to that point, I'm like, man, should I? Probably shouldn't. But I could. But I should. But I shouldn't. Even before I heard Dynamis or Antilochus, I can only assume that Elpis never was submitted to the Bureau before I joined. It's like you know, we're friends. Infinius, obviously. Always belong to Shinto. Their greatest contribution. I really like this picture. I'm probably gonna miss it when I leave this picture, but this area inevitably so. I thought everyone was be able to make use of what we want, even with what we know. It irks me to discover there is an entirely different energy, and no one told me. I personally want to decide Hermes' knowledge ends up not being impressive, given that there are 9 1 to 14 specialized in the celestial, he will be walking petition. This means he can be persuaded to join the others, so he can understand expectation. Oh no, you wish to know my image. Oh no. Oh, you wish to know my image social training for the congregation. I would be glad to share it. It began when not another word. As if God would come down and hear more about Hermes, not me. And Miss Pittman. Incredible. I love how good he is. Could be as good as you know that much. Right? Alright. The convocation of... Wait, oh wait, no. Something in my tooth. my tooth is now gone. The convocation of 14 is governing by the two main apostles. My goal is to ensure that all is written creation that are starting to go by the future. As the name suggests, the council is comprised of 14 offices, each of which is held by an individual chosen for their surpassing abilities. Depending on the office, one is required to either be an authority in a certain field or possess skills that would facilitate the performance of the stipulated duties. The former category includes Metron, specialist in aquatic life, Ogre, specialist in terrestrial life and husbandry, Halmarat, specialist in fungal and plant life, Emerald fuck whatever, specialist in missing healing, and Laha Brea, specialist in creation magic, so has brought forth phantom beings the highest complexity. As in the latter category, there is Ultima, advocate of the arts, a Giron, champion of enlightenment and rhetoric, Pastorod, preserver of discipline and order, Emit Selch, keeper of the ethereal realm or underworld in the vernacular, Vandaniel, pursuer of innocent phenomena, and Zine, travel of the world and connected to the people. Watch everyone such details to you. Don't be silly. Hidden children knows which they would do what's remember it all. Well, hold on, run that by me again. I wanna like be able to okay, Metron. Metron was the ancient that got killed by the warriors of dark. No, not ancient. Metron was the Ascian that was killed by the warriors of darkness, and then he became Eden after the flood. Logriff is Gaia. I don't know these two. Laha Brea is Laha Brea. He's literally gonna come back. Don't know Ultima. Igyorm is the female Ascian that was with Laha Brea in the fight we had against her at the end of Heaven's Ward. I don't remember past Striving, but I feel like I should. And its coach is right there. Vandaniel was the villain of this expansion. Well, one of the two villains. And Azim is us. Okay. Alright. I love that ability, this dude. My apologies for the wait. I expected the impulse to my satisfaction. All is well with the creature. I dare save him from long areas released into the world. Another creature of our police and faring so long, but care of it is. That is what we should do next. If you were following my friends or children, they may not want to head north. Ah! Oh, forgive me. I thought I remembered the competition I got. Turn out to be a magical thing. Why is this one green shine? No, what the fuck is that? It's like the ones made for objects in the killer. These white fibers can be tuned down to the original creatures, creations of the offspring. The serpentine being, the serpentine bird of the sleep. Damn it! I want to test if I can jump off. Waterfall. Get another shot. Alright. Yes, that's it. I got this check. I say that L the time. Just know the pair this is based on a seed feature. Only projecting the next the win is typically the spice. Customs creating a conflict will offset that issue. No. But upon my road to custom generations. This one's from Heaven's Ward, right? Or yeah. This generation features nothing but great balance and neutral with water. The clock was reasserting itself, it seemed to resolve to the crazy diminish and it cannot fly. No matter whenever we choose. No matter what we try, we can't get to like the other side. It's already floating. With such change to manifest in third generation. With such change to manifest in third generation, the figure seems to be flawed. I give permission to make the creature to make an figure like a pumpkin for advice. If it's still bouncing into the water, I totally different creatures with everything. There's two other different creatures that cannot fly. I don't feel that first and this is about to fear. If I transform and fly with it, everything is no such one for find it. What do you mean go to such lengths? How are you judging? No, you don't know. Of course not. Transformations are like transformations are in which one of the last quantity of evil which lower body life of the flesh. Some practices allows them to obtain any confused form and thereby transforming into one's flesh. You can move on with transformation and presence of others and there is one glorious extreme, as unconscious and painful as one of those that's shameful. You might understand you make a habit of this. It's not for the sort, it's just that when transforming from the beginning and fly. It makes them excessive. We always are ashamed of the lives of these creatures. We deserve a chance. We owe it to them. We all that power. Be that as it may. Yes, I agree on the solution. In the Dutch, no trouble you and me that can resolve themselves to someone else says. Anyway, I'll let you up here. Maybe she should be scheming now. Maybe she has Jody. I'd like to get even into a quick college that I'm doing discussion. Never real safe in vanilla. I just don't mind. Search probably for two things much of the first achievements. So outside, go to the thing. Can you also tell me how you joined the congregation? Just so confused here. You had an approach trained to care for this. Aside from being a little transformers and residents and the spellcraft, they also enforce it to see the wind magic to get the future help. Why he's in the future, but what he described is not duty, and what the trouble in the don't forget, as I mentioned, it will also be presented. In fact, though, let's begin with this. Sorry, I want you to go ahead and start. Don't bring up the further ass. We're doing this really to supply the top of things. We mustn't do this way. Because our friend will trick these unsurprising big persistence. Off we go now and goodbye. You can't run so easy to see the stuff and the near for interest in doing what they're saying that means it's one function to go fast. Can I put in quotations like I'm role playing or should I just do it normally? The last time they failed war took me like fucking years. I don't know. Give me a second. Big fucking guy. Oh, paper purchases scheme that's cool, not scheme complete. Oh, no you don't. I'm not lifting a finger. I don't know how to this is up to. I will not be made to know. I refuse. Only to believe, if I believe is to be believed, and always consistent with so to where they'll never worry about such. Ooh.
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so.
Charybdis, okay.
And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emet-Selch. Please teach her to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
Please, Emet-Selch. Please.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I'd thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last. I will aid it once it has taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we? You were wondering why Emet-Selch joined the convocation. Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even, quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emet-Selch has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them. Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve herself in the business of others. Where she walks, excitement is certain to follow. Her antics irritate Emet-Selch to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world. And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine. And together we may return to the star. Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on. Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
That was nice. Too bad all these fuckers die in the end. Hate Hydon. If I didn't know better, I'd say Emmett Selk is enjoying himself. Nothing they even think to admit it. It's fine. Totally fine if we're born to do so. Thank goodness. Look, Dari, look how the world of Charybdis flies. Look at that fucking guy. Nice, Daria. He's definitely gonna see that. Emerging from his reverie, Emmett Selk noticed the business of the Charybdis. I know where to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, the Charybdis has learned to fly. John and I could have had a pleasant chat. I'm sure you did. Akuchi needed some small assistance at first, but soon was flying more or less on its own. I think it would lead to a people lesson. That was truly impressive. Off from afar, the Charybdis flies. Indeed, with this, we've proven that even a creature with equilibrium balance is capable of flight. Though we helped it to achieve this, the Charybdis are hurting. They made a way they're struggling through in light fashion and when they take your rifles. Keep this in mind, I want you to continue observing them. If that's what you want. But if I may say so, rather than hoping an idealistic possibility comes to pass, would not be simpler to have the concept adjusted? That way, we could guarantee that not only did the specimen are never born in the first place. These creatures are already here. Let's bring whoever and give them a chance to survive. As you wish, Chief. As you wish. Hermes. I'm fine. Don't worry. Well, that concludes all of my present tasks. Let's return to Agno-Orsis from now. For now. creatures are happy. That makes me happy too. I really enjoy myself. Happy and most of all. I just think like it. Was everything you were expecting? Not really. I wasn't expecting anything. What? My apologies. What's the help you do? Take a breath. You didn't force me to do anything. I really chose to make the dishes that I had done with it. People that have done. If then people to our business. Excuse me. I'm tired. Leave me be. Alright. Some Daria, from the course of watching me, have you learned art value? Dynamis, you said. Curious to such obscure phenomenon should be of interest to you. Chief Hermes, what good fortune finds you here? What's the matter? The icon. I'm afraid to decide again. No sooner do we release one of the observation that fed upon the nearby occupants, slaughtering them. Was a creature hungry or somehow provoked? I just fed them myself, and the occupants are keeping a wide berth, and it is the nature of the icon that is to blame, their innate viciousness. Temperament aside, it is a single creation, perfect form of function. When nothing is due for a least, no doubt in the barrel will accept this concept for preservation. In any case, there's no point in postponing the inevitable. Doors will open for them all, but the people is in there. Where's the single incident? Just up the path to the 12 Wonders. As you make your way, you should see it on the left. I don't know if doors are still there, however. Hermes, wait! If this is part of his work, now we observe. We follow. Almost level 88. I could actually level up from just the story alone. If I just kept going at the pace I'm going at right now. It's only 12? Huh. It is now Tuesday, everybody. The fearsome beast is Ike. It's Ikeon. Where is it now? Jesus Christ. It is now Tuesday, which means in about a few hours from today, I was at 6 a.m. Among Us will release on PS4. The Ike has no easy prey, but those hoots and horns are designed to be formidable even on land. And the nearest thing to take is the Ikeon. The Ikeon. It's heavy. Hermes is pain. The lacerations and burns are unmistakable, and Ikeon was indeed responsible. There's gonna be an icon reference in here, I bet. The creature's nowhere to be seen. Those of us have taken it away. The Landis is based at the 12 Wonders. I shall go and see him out there. In itself, I will search the area for good measure, just to make sure that Ikeon does not escape. Thanks, many thanks. Please read the 12 Wonders when we have finished. I'll go on ahead. Please follow with Daria. Come, there's on this path over the bridge. The occupy is no easy prey. With the tubes and horns, it does not move from. Oh, they already took me all this. You triggered. Funny. It's probably gonna be the only place that I go out of my way to complete flying in this expansion. There's Elpis and one more place you haven't been to yet. I can only wonder what that is. Where is it? 12 wonders. Hermit's looking for doors. Let's look for doors too. He's a million pound on here, I think. I don't know when I see him. 12 wonders. Mentioned familiar. I'd be delighted to assist in your origin of discovering personal growth. I will also maintain the wonders and thus acquire their consultants. I ensure that our every environment meets the needs of our flora, fauna, and staff, of course. Environments representing each part of theory is a recreation purpose, that we might gain a robust understanding of our content potential. As such, maintaining the appropriate balance used by region is tricky work, but more than worth the effort. The 12 wonders is the wellspring of Elpis' weather after our fashion. Here do we employ the latest spellcraft from Emerald to maintain. Emerald is a city here. To maintain the well, where is Emerald here? We're probably gonna go there. Past Emerald is probably the last area. Maybe. I doubt it, but here do we employ the latest spellcraft from Emerald to maintain and adjust the sort of climates through which our creations fall for test purposes. Actually, as in any other part, Elpis we also observe experiments like this conversation being perhaps one such experiment. They just have mounts here that I still don't have. That is crazy. Crazy, but not completely unbelievable. Once I get back in the court days, of course, she's trying to be able to grab what's okay. No, not Doros. His hair is wrong, but the color is wrong. Naruto. Ooh. This guy's hair isn't long. It's a woman. Wait, is this Doros? I might just be stupid. Oh, Doros, that's Doros. One off, here's the missing. What brings you here? What? Why that lock? I thought I heard familiar voices. You realize you two have decided to search for Doros. Thank you. I'll look at that Lalafell later. I have a cutscene to watch. You're in charge of the icons, I believe. Where are they now? On the fields of restraint. On the fields in restraint. Frenzies they were, I couldn't well return them to Kistis. Once I have some later report, I'll see them without delay. Kistis? Oh, the Lalafell gave me a big hug. Nice. Batista? I don't know. It's as he says, the beasts can be quite ferocious. You're one of the 14. What brings you here? Nothing you concern yourself with, as you were. I've heard the news. The Nikion slaughtered occupants. As the observer in charge, you are of the opinion that they got to be at least. I am. Their abnormal aggression and sexual strength makes for a highly problematic combination. The matter is not with their police. Lycions, Lycions would threaten other species that take the natural order. Could be that the specimens observed are an outlier. Highly unlikely. We created a good many of them, all exhibit the same tendencies. Even when we used Kairos to begin for sleep, the behavior was unchanged. Kairos. Memory reconfiguration something. The chief himself created it. It allows us to erase altered memories and modes of creations with different environmental conditions that we will make it from scratch. That's going to come up later. Quite unpleasant, potentially dangerous. Depending on the intensity of the favorite missions, Pastor may have to have words with you. This is sure I could all values of prescribed limits, and to prevent misuse, its application is only to those authorized by the chief overseer. Authorized. Now misunderstand. To manipulate subject memories is an intrusive act I deeply abhor, but it is still preferable to execution. Come now, Chief. What's up with so melodramatic? What was born of ether is simply being reduced to its original state. Another distinction concerning we must be say of a bigger picture, making rational choices for the sake of a more prosperous star. If a creation cannot be properly studied even with the aid of Kairos, we will make it. If a creation is committed to detrimental existence, we unmake it. This is all for the greater good, and none question the necessity of such routine processes. I understand these things, I do. I never think to unleash a clear and undeniable thing to the world. The insignificant but very individualized being next to all creation is all the Lycans have. Before we seal their fate, we owe it to these beings to exhaust all options to ensure that nothing has been overlooked. If you insist, let me provide you the full report and we may take it from there. It's possible for us to continue discussion, but as such, we better carry out his duties. By all means. Very sure you to the meeting room. You have a duty to the start, this I know, but it doesn't mean we don't also have a responsibility for the lives of beings who exist here. You spin straight. Now where the fuck? Huh. He looks like Naruto. His name is a Naruto reference. Not a reference, but I can assume such and be wrong, but I can assume. Where the fuck? Don't ask me, Bahamut. Jesus Christ. Breakfast, such and dinners for beginners. You ain't even know. What? I don't. Probably a lyric to a song I don't know. What the fuck? Where is this loser? Oh. I'm standing right here. I am the second tallest person here besides Hermes. Tiny fuck. Where's the hug emote? Nice, dude. Nice. No search comment. White mage that is just Naruto. Yeah, oh, fuck you, dude. Wait. I forgot about that. I'm getting the feeling they called themselves familiars, they wouldn't spoil anything, and or they're just playing the part. Man, other beings are just things to be used and controlled like magic. That's what Hermes told me once. Hermes, you traumatized her. I feel this discussion may take a while. During which time? Are you feeling unwell? It's not me, Hermes, it's you. I won't go to the meeting. I'll stay with Daria. Loyal though I am to impose, may leave me to your care again. I'm in your debt. You feel excuse me. I'm gonna go to the meeting. Hold on. Can you help me with Daria? You will make Hermes sad. I want to team up with a flower. Hermes likes flowers and most of all the creations it offers. Most creations are expected to be interesting, or beautiful, or strong, better in some way. Yeah, I'm gonna level up from this quest line on. The flowers are different, but it's not to see our emotions, what we feel and want to convey. Hermes likes that. I can't make flowers, so I'll search for it. I want you to search with me. Let's start here. It's 12 wonders. Details are coming. A fucking tree. I'm gonna look at it anyways. Having purple flowers, but taking your hands and the tree. Oh, something you can buy in love, but they might be too bright. I think they're asleep or something. That's what Vixen's gonna die, isn't she? She's 100% gonna die. A tall on the tree is between next to the flowers. No flowers, there are apples and cooked covered in syrup. Where do we get syrup from, Maton? Let's head outside next. Don't worry, we won't wander far. Maton, we are outside. Where do we get syrup from? The fucking tree? I hope so, actually. Doesn't sound bad. Tree syrup? Let's go. Beautiful flowers, going to bed, then mix the colors for me a pattern. Let's be very firm, let's put their hedge in. That means you should touch them. We'll go up to observation of poisonous. Another place you find out. Let's keep looking. Oh, Jesus Christ. These fucking things. I get flashbacks of level 1 Gridania. Sit in a tall, thin stalk with olive-shaped flowers memorizing its evolutions. Oh, a conian. Flower that can be. When Hermes isn't looking, we shot seeds in. It's not a good gift, maybe. You're good, Daria. It's buying flowers. We'll find something soon. Despite nothing promising nearby, at best, common looking grass and some tiny few flowers. Oh, some few 10-5. Nothing around here. Ah, over there, Daria. Something big, huge. There's an enemy right next to. Oh. Just gonna ignore this thing. The terrible stench from this silent old boots pervades the air. Without a doubt, the culprit is the mobile-like creature before you. Ah, it's in the dawn as it clings around its head like petals, while the fire of the world on its head. When Hermes inspected it, swallowed him up. He didn't use his room for gates. What do you think, Daria? Do you like it? No. Yeah. It's not this one either. Plenty good flowers, right? I thought. I'm sorry, Daria. Will you such a little more? We'll just try to do it. Grips. I'll give you my YouTube name. Give me a second, Mickey. Imagine if I just died with Mityon right there. Lush green fields are circled before you, only when the sky begins. Ah, there's nothing. The shy pizza, what could it be? I ate pizza then. That was alright. I used ground beef. Ooh, Upas flowers, they're here too. Hermes likes and dislikes her at the same time. Like me, they're intellecties. Like me, they feel his pain turn dark. That's only for Hermes, though. For others, they're always light and bright. True, the flowers darken your home, and do you have it too? A dark emotion? Daria wouldn't elaborate on all of them. One thing would have stuck more with her, and then she'd elaborate on that. If she did, then she would get overwhelmed. See, this is not the same. Feeling that part of you is gone. Again and again, but no one notices. Damn. Please, Daria, would you let me to make your pain and sorrow? Why would you make the flower dark and feel for Hermes? He's in a dark place. It's before he created it. He needs to know that he is alone there. Others are sad too. Julia will do it. Yeah, Miriam's gonna die. She's 100% fucking dead. Thank you, Daria. Thank you. It means more to me than I can say. I can't wait to see how Hermes reacts. Let's go back and fetch him. He's 100% gonna die. I think they're still talking. Let's wait till they're finished. Ooh.
Hermes!
Oh. You were waiting for me.
You've finished talking?
Yes. We've come to a decision. My thanks for keeping Meteion company. Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
Elpis flowers?
Go on. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not alone.
I see Meteion has shared much with you. May we talk a moment? I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will, and when they depart, it is always beautiful. Perhaps it is, but only for man. Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain, but they sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear, and it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Not amiss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration? Then I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I am filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep. I won't ask what you thought as you kneeled beside the Alpes, or if you only did it at Meteion's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you. To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort. Lest you misunderstand, I derive no pleasure from your pain. It's just the fact that you are still here in spite of your suffering gives me heart. The stars in the heavens, know you what they are? Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there? What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars. Meteion and her sisters. Aye, sisters. She has a great many of them, and they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life. As one might expect, exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it. But I have faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere long. And when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness. It's getting rather late. We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep-deprived on the morrow. Come, Meteion. Let us head back.
shit's wild, dude. Mitone's okay. I don't dislike her, but she sings one note, at least for now. Just the constantly curious shell of Hermes' personality is what I'm getting from her. I don't dislike her, but I gotta see more of her before I want to, like, actually give an opinion on her character. The prodigal familiar returns. It's caused Elemental trouble while we were in our meeting, I'm sure. We want to get some rest. Please let us know if you feel tired. We may exhaust you, scare us, and anything. I'm glad Hermes saw the flowers. Thank you, Di. It'll help, I hope. It will be difficult for him. Bird institution. Hermes appears soul and sorrow. Let me put my phone in the charger. Not too deep into it, perhaps, but it's time I attend my next task. As an insult chance authorities are aware, we reach a verdict regarding the fate of the icons. 7 was great observation. And all 7 must be unmade. I wonder why they use 7. Doros is following the correct protocols, and as chief overseer, I can find no fault in the judgment. The icons are disrupting the natural order, ravaging and consuming other species until they themselves start and perish. They cannot be released for a while, and they cannot be allowed to remain for numbers. I intend to petition the Bureau of the Architect. The Bureau of the Architect said the concept of preserving a restricted purpose has its life form. As long as this place is important, it's a difference. Even if the Bureau decides existing icons have served their purpose. Doros has already isolated the creatures and prepared to carry out the necessary measures. I'll join him forthwith. It is my duty to witness the conclusion to this study. If you are resolved, we have but to accompany you. Of course, let's be off to the main aisle. I wish the unmarked areas had like their own icons. Like there's Nosha, Costa del Sol. I don't count like Costa. So Nosha, Black Shroud, Fanaland, Quercus, Garabania, Hingashi, and Othard should be in the Hingashi area. Dulcibar, this is fine. Lord Vrant, this is fine. Residential areas, alright. All the residential areas should be here. All 3 of them. Mordona, this can just stay Mordona. Northern Empty, this is fine. Sea of Stars is fine. The One Internet, this is fine. They should all have icons though, instead of just being unmarked. Jesus Christ. Doros? What the fuck happened? Monsters are monsters. Doros, are you hurt? What happened here? They caught me off guard. I had them bound with ethereal shackles. They became frenzied, even more so than usual, and broke free. I was able to stop 4 of the other 3 escaped. I see them. 2 have taken to the air above and saw wonders. You can read ether. The last is up ahead in the fields. You and Daria handle that one. Appearing in the sky, you live to me. Because I can't fly. This is how it must end, so be it. I will render assistance and function in your abilities. Many times you have to stay here with Doros. But Hermes, the Lycans must be reverted, but spare you their pain, and mine. This is my burden, not yours. Before I intend on helping them, please follow my lead. Stay with Hermes, sir. I need to move when the time comes. When my mother was easily healed, it is Lycans which concern me. Jesus. I appreciate your help. I'll admit that it is necessary. There it is, a quarry. Within striking distance at present, but if you feel standing, it may hopefully be out of reach. Here's my plan. You approach slowly in full view and draw the Lycan's attention. I warn you, its blue eyes fire its temper. Once it spots you, it will unleash orbs of flame. I can dodge those, but fear not. By my mercy, you are more than equal to the task. Withstand the onslaught for a few brief moments, and that will give me time to catch unawares. Ready? Then let's begin. Give me a second. Just in case I fold. Take off the... I just ripped the fucking wall off of the exterior. The ether is dissipating by itself. I'm just see every time using an ability it goes to its own body. Yep, okay. That makes me glad it's certain when they're more than one. I'll beat your ass. I just finished fighting the Zodiac. I will kick your ass.
Now. Oh. Forgive me. Please, forgive me. May you and your kin find peace. Wherever your souls may drift in the underworld, may you find tranquil seas. Be not forgotten, in concept endure, to reclaim form and one day live again. Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own. Live again, if that be your desire. Hate, if that be your want. We are worthy. But leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high, fly free.
Join the convocation, Hermes. You do not belong here.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing. Tell me, do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction? I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Fandaniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right. And to be torn by such thoughts. I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
Hermes! Please, don't be angry. It hurts so.
Forgive me. If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis no trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
And you, my friend, I pray you find that which you seek.
I expect we have some few matters to discuss. Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Aye.
Damn, not Hythlodaeus, no. God damn it, Daria. God damn it, me. This man. It's been Hermes going through it for real. I'm quite excited for you thus far. Oh, you weren't injured, were you? Good, good. The other life gains have been taken care of. The incident is resolved and life and help is continued as normal, or ends as the case may be. Rationally speaking, we understand Hermes' argument. No matter how well deserved the rest, there is a pain of sadness which a colleague grieves us. When a colleague grieves us. It never has a departure causing such grief as Hermes appears to feel. What must it be like to experience such a moment? I'm the way she's searching for if it was within our power to give it, but I believe he will make a fine Daniel if there is then that if he rejects us out of hand, we will all be the lesser for it. Travelers at the crossroads. Hythlodaeus wishes to discuss plans for the remainder of your visit. This is the first 87 quest, I think. About to be 88, so we'll complete this quest to be level 88. Wait for now. If there's anywhere you would like to visit before you leave, I should be glad to show you the way. Hermes has not yet outright refused his position to the convocation, but merely postponed the decision. As such, I may as well resume my assessment. If you cannot accompany him, then I will content myself with questioning his colleagues. I'm the pay mass. Allow me to be your humble guide. With you, Daria, will you continue along with us? Wonderful. Our fellowship travels on unbroken. I say we explore the part of Elpis and see what new encounters are to be had. If you will follow me, we will first head back towards Agnosis, fuck it. Mew indeed. Not yet. Hey, I'm back. I found, actually, my other controller. So, like, the other controller for my PlayStation that my dad took. He took it so that they could test my old PlayStation out when I still had it, but we're gonna see if it's charged. Yes, it is. Alright. Let's continue, I suppose. Dun, 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 dun. Headset's fairly charged, so I don't think there's much to worry about on that front. That's for now. I got cookies. There's a positive there. Ice cream, scooping, bow, shitting, pooping, shitting, and pooping. That guy is just wearing a Stinian's armor. True blood male, animos. Cookies and milk. Santa ain't getting shit. Me and Pet was the Hermes not far from here. Given the size of the Elpis, they could have paths across on before. Well, again, long before long. We may follow the path northwards to note to this. There we will find one of the teleports to facilitate travel between the islands of Elpis. First time travelers must be accompanied by someone with the requisite permission, which I have previously been granted. We will need to use the device together once, and henceforth you will have to use it freely. Shall we? Ooh, baby. Robbie Ryan, I appreciate this guy. I could probably take that thing. I'm not going to right now. Especially not as a DPS. Fuck no. I could take it as a tank. Unless you use present, will be tracking him from my ethereal sight. This poor minute is bound to come and go in such a fashion, so don't ask. Social conventions are outstanding. Perceiving ether requires deliberate and intense concentration, the others keep your eyes on the corporeal world. Here you are, Antonios. This teleport will take us to Kolomos Zephyros, the Western Island. That's it right there, looking large over us. Oh. So this way we continue riding the view from above.
I present to you Kalamelios Zephyros. Here you will find a number of testing facilities, as well as the observation hub of Poiton Oikos. Right then. Let's begin by... Well, well. An Arrayus. How delightful.
And what, pray tell, is that?
Ah, that's a new species of shark. We approved the concept but a few days ago. Sharks are among the most popular sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept. At first, they were largely orthodox, consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact. And then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight. Another, superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst. Concepts with multiple heads, or arms and legs, and so on and so forth. It was getting absurd. A part of me wanted to tell them to go away and find something else to create, but in the end I couldn't deny their passion. And here we are.
Does Heidelin use a gunblade? Wait, no,
that
that's
was
Vanad.
too close.
That's
Are
not
you
Heidelin.
unharmed? Well now, if it isn't a pair of familiar faces.
That's Vanad, not Heidelin. Well, maybe.
Banar!
Okay,
we
yeah.
should meet you here.
Oh, yeah. Heidelin before she became Heidelin.
As I mentioned earlier, the better part of the convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star. Well, she is not among said majority. Even after stepping down, she carries on with her work. Vanar is her name, and she is the previous Azan.
previous.
It has been a while, Hythlodaeus. You look well. Less so, Emmet Selk. I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number. A shame for one so young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
How is she, if I may ask?
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale in its entirety later, if you're so inclined.
Oh, you know I am. Now then, you are? I say, have you perchance come from the future? I do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you. Therefore, if I wove the enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
What manner of magic is this, if I may ask?
A traveler's ward, of course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether. Primals, you say? I'm not familiar with such beings, but if they enthrall by warping the balance of ether, then yes, the magic would afford you a measure of protection. I gather from your question that you are not ignorant to its presence.
Hold on. From the future? That's absurd.
What is it? Are you unable to speak of the matter?
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours. How very exciting! I'm quite fond of delving into the unknown, and there's naught more unknown than the future. Until a moment finally arrives, we cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge, so you needn't worry for us. More importantly, that you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your quest. Will you not reveal it to us? Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself. As a representative of the Convocation, I will hear it all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation? I've been working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation at Poiton Oikos. We were meant to meet. I am certain of it. Else I wouldn't have marked you so clearly, and sent you unto myself in the past. It's precisely the sort of mischief I would get up to, and quite inspired, if I do say so myself.
Give me a second, everybody. I'm back, y'all. I get to go, but we didn't get everything exposed. I wish you could tell them all the truth. And there I thought you were a humble-shit familiar. As far as I'm concerned, there's no talk of future events and cheating history that can wait. Waiting to find out exactly who you are and what you hope to achieve here. The future. Our future. I'm definitely curious to hear more. My apologies. Before we move along, a colleague has tasked me with a matter which I'd rather not leave unresolved. It involves finding a certain concept of engraved crystal and the quick-fingered Aureus which made off with it. Aureus, he said, I think we may have seen the culprit before being distracted by that business with the shark. Would you like us to follow his ethereal trail? I will, of course, lead someone to the Aureus. There's no guarantee that it hasn't dropped a statue of the crystal you seek. Please, even that much should be enormously helpful. Where you are hunting down the thief, I can follow behind the other forest just in case. Can I ask you to join the search? I'd appreciate another pair of eyes to cover the length of the west of here. My thanks. There's a small bridge leading to BABYYYYYY. You let us meet up there once we've exhausted our efforts. Lord Henry? Holy shit. Haha. Oh, they vibing. What the fuck? Just right here? Oh. I mean, alright. Sick, dude. That was faster than I thought it would be. She only these lines to put my brow growing deeper and share herself with the handwritten chisel. I hope we meet this Azim. No, nipple, sorry. The Azim here are a force we reckon with. I find them like a light person. They have a habit of making ambisocial gifts if you bit down on a sour grape. Our last searcher returns. I'm afraid the Aureus don't look at the crystal nor was able to find it that falls into it. Not to confuse her any better. A scintillating crystal. A home which restores the many restored concept. Here you go. Crystal, well done. Oof, I like to focus on your tail about that missing content back in my mind. I've always had that for big things. Yes, I do. We travel often then, since there's something in common. Long ago, and I hope to see you seen with us forever, shifting back and forth. Sometimes to institute problems. Naturally, the need for such journeys has lessened considerably since the interest of the positions of the professor, and I'm still eager to come running to another acquaintance when you interested in my personal attention. This is what brings me to Elpis, in fact. Many times my present for request, and my opinions thought concerning the habitat of this for that creation. The need to help locate that Mr. Crystal is a minor distraction, which now promises to become a major revelation. How strange and wonderful. It is the one thing that leads to my adventure. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yeah. Thank you again for your time and help. Now then, it's his time I attend to this stone property. If you go ahead to my accommodation, I'll join you to take that task. Well, I've had your head to building at the top of the slope. I have the entire place to myself so you can speak without fear of being disturbed or overheard. Poison oak. Okay. This whole place she asked herself has been wild, actually. around for that. Those white rose markers were fair and impartial. Aside from the emissary of Oedipus, such guard was won only by those who have stepped up from public office to serve as advisors. Whatever you have to say should be without judgment. Yes, just be far welcome from the tearing you on the side of the road. Make it a temporary vote. Please make yourself at home and promise to you. Oh, fuck yeah. Time to completely expose ourselves. If Dari isn't a pussy.
A wonderful aroma. I feel more relaxed already.
Would that I had sweetmeats to offer, but I travel light out of habit. There's plenty of hot water though, so please have as much tea as you like. Now then, will you tell us your tale?
Why don't you start from the beginning? Preposterous. Utterly preposterous.
While not the words I would have chosen, I too have my doubts. Much of it borders on the incredulous. What of you, Vanar?
Not knowing the precise details of the first final days, it is difficult to determine the veracity of the tale. Supposing it is all true, I must ask myself why I would do what I did. Why would I feel I had no recourse but to oppose the 14 and create this Hydaelyn? Circumstances change, of course, but it would not have been an easy decision regardless. No, there must have been a reason. One compelling enough to force me to take such drastic measures. Then there is the Elpis flower, which I said would serve as a guide. That it's of import to your mission is plain, but your presence here leads me to believe that this place also holds significance. But what could it be? What are we meant to accomplish?
Might it not be simply thus? In the future, whence she came, the final days could not be averted. Mankind has no choice but to flee the star. By alerting us to that eventuality, Perhaps you wish to pave the way for other futures.
Theoretically speaking, it is a possibility. Yet if that were my primary objective, I see no reason to guide our friend to Elpis specifically. The capital on Amarot, or even my own home would be more logical destinations.
True. I note also that Hydaelyn did not specify a point in time to which she must return. By this, it may be inferred that it was not critical that we should meet.
Alternately, she had reason to believe that our paths would converge, coincidental though it may seem.
This is quite a puzzle, and we do not have all the pieces.
Hardly any, but we do have one immutable fact. If the final days are indeed as described, they will bring death to all that I hold dear. Yet despite being afforded long years of preparation, the only provisions I could make were for flight. Nay, my first and foremost endeavor would be to find a way to forestall the coming doom.
Given that even the 14 failed, mayhap you deemed it impossible.
Nothing is impossible. This I have always believed. And if Hydaelyn is indeed me, she would believe the same.
Listen to yourself. Are you seriously entertaining the notion that you are a messianic figure in some far-fetched tale? Well, I will not. I refuse to accept that our world could be undone by some unforeseen calamity. I also take offense to my portrayal as a megalomaniacal madman. To sacrifice oneself for the star is a noble act, and I would hold those who gave themselves to this zodiac in the highest esteem. Yet, you claim I recreated Amarot and populated it with phantoms of our people? A bizarre indulgence that would be insulting to their memory. Worse still, I even invited you there. Literally invited my own downfall. Why would I do something so idiotic and inexplicable? Now, I will allow that the hypothetical task of restoring our world would be daunting in the extreme. The thought of having to bear such a burden for 1,000 lives horrifies me. But I would never forsake my duty. I would never forsake my brethren. You do not know me. I've had my fill of your fiction. I will return to my duty, and you will not bother me again.
Emmett Selk! Wait!
You've seen much of Elpis already. If you have any observations to share, I should like to hear them. Hermes and his creation Meteon, you say? If Dynamis is the self-same energy as Akasha, as it likely seems, then those two may well be at the center of the calamity to come. This warrants further investigation. With that settled, it is time for action. The missing pieces of the puzzle are here, I'm certain of it. And when you find them, the picture my future self has painted will be complete, and you will have your answer. Now suffice it to say, I will aid you in your quest. Have faith. If Emmett Selk is the man Azam described to me, we've not seen the last of him.
Fuck, man. I can only hope there's some way we can put an end to this before it comes. I doubt it, but... Jumping your investigations then. I'm acquainted with him, so quick. One of the visitors received by the chief overseer of Elpis. Of the man himself, I know only that which is common knowledge. This suggests we fall back on the tried and true method of converse with the locals. The observers who know who can surely tell us more about our meets and Metium, and I have a good idea where we might begin. Pass, not yet. Pass. I see the woman sitting in front of the building. Her name is Isma. She is Ismeni. She is the one who made a venture to my stay in Elpis, and from what I recall, she has held a position here for quite some time. Chances are she can provide some insights. You can ask you questions. I will help with drawing out answers that need to be, but I will leave the choice of topic up to you. Questions for me? Well, I suppose I have no other path to use at the moment. My event can't be skipped. Maybe she can, so I need to be restrictions. This way. My friend here is displayed case by Chief Hermes. I was wondering if you might indulge her. Certainly, Mrs. From anything to be of service. What do you wish to know? Well, I can only answer from my experience, but I would describe him as a quiet man, reserved, you might say, and occasionally slip forth a choice of words. His insistent nature, however, does not prevent him from carrying out his duties as chief observer. The man is a walking archive when it comes to life forms. He can discuss any species in incredible detail and has leading authority on concepts of the power of flight. What raises the question? Is there anything else? It's not what it said. His chief personal creation, Midland has not been subject to observation studies like others, like concepts. So one day she was simply there. What do you make of her abilities? I understand that she's a highly unusual familiar, able to read emotions, communicate with one's mind. Exactly how she was created with the talent, however, is a mystery to me. My apologies, if you could explain the nature more depth, I have not occasion to discuss the chief abilities. I beg your pardon. I've been Chief Hermes for many years. I cannot see the course. He has never withheld information to get you my duties as a chief. Thank you. It's 10 out of your side, of course. I can't see music details, so there's no details about me, John. That would be Tomatoes. He has a similar expertise of flying concept as really just a subject. We finally conducted a observation of the to the stream. Oh yeah, unless you take a particular joy in this discourse, it's just to keep your questions concise. So keep that in mind. Thank you for your patience and your insights. I think that's enough. If there's all else you need doing a mistake, it's necessary to ask. Come dry, I think we've taken enough of Ismin's time. Ismin? Ismin. I'm going to his name as Ismin. No, yes, my missions for now. You couldn't have both been to find a master. I'm not familiar, but I enjoy the title. Our investigations led to a fine start, would you agree? From here, I propose we split up. I shall continue making inquiries with the rest of the observers if you can check on the colleague as me enjoyed. Now I did feel compelled to interject with from that previous conversation. It seemed really came well drawn for the things you see. All I ask that you watch your footing on the stream. We can meet back here once you finish making it this team. Yes, I'm to me. Oh, birds. So what do we speak about? Trying to speak over the subject of need. Those beings which spoke from the clouds are just as great to whatever our favorite creators. Even now, it's so many figures that part of the existence and so really was the cause of the creators. The sense of cheese creatures apart, however, is how they benefit from the boundless knowledge of the celestial realm. Birds not climb so high that they disappear from view. Others which traverse the balanced sky, but not without lighting and colors. I know none who save he who consider such marvels. Even we who prize all against the form above all are also dumbfounded by his genius. Watch me plagiarize. Now see, when I take the threads of creation, begin to weave, I must use them with belief that I can convert something beautiful. Look at my heart as book of inspiration. Oh no. Oh no. Team Mills launches into a mental and unstoppable diatribe. It's such an incomplexible to skip up to the survey of the score. Therefore, the mere information from Newton is a concept that may have come to show not to delve too deep into the inward of nature. Unless she has a gift of communicating via emojis, otherwise her abilities are a mystery to me. The chief premise chooses to make into the concept of the architect and one of the design of the arches of a public school. Analyze the equivalent creation before that concept is frowned upon to say the least. Of course, you can meet a fellow artist and otherwise it's an entirely different story. Dynamics and entities. Those terms are not being familiar. There's a not flower made here now for this, which shows that they properties of one or the other. It may have been centuries in the logic of this week's episode. I've been doing research its interest. In my breakfast subjects, I can fly these on my insight. I can't afford to look for the things that stick about the chatter. I'm sure you're taking a look at children's faster than too. Oh, Johnny Whistle, I know this guy. I've seen him everywhere. Good time. I finished my investigations not long ago, so I finally find this to share. Not really. Who the fuck is he? Even exploring the field and listening to Mittiel's capabilities all over the words of Dynamis. Questions resulting in which he answers. Hermes' colleagues from Mittiel's Spurzel project and can provide no details beyond those which you just told me, which leads me to believe that only person with insignificant knowledge of Dynamis is Hermes himself, and as he gets in progress, with more information is being needed for it to reach the same. Still 86 stuff. At present, the strongest thing we have to the final days of the power of Dynamis, and the intellect user to control it. It was 2 hours of only faithfully to work these terms, no one stated them in any depth, except for Hermes, it seems. The same contest they are given the course, and learn all we can for the chief of receiving was familiar. Now that subject was a lot else that you can tell me about me, aside from my new stuff like communication. I really should have mentioned that earlier. Maybe we should put it back, right? So these siblings of hers, I'll travel the great expanse in search of deeper meaning. Thank you. Another mystery at hand remains unsolved. I feel you've touched upon a vital clue, but we should keep in mind as we continue. Next, we'll propose we take ourselves to Peripatia crystalline, not far from here. Just follow the path to the west. Give me some highlight and other people I gotta get back to. Alright, let's continue. I'm probably gonna stop at 2. I don't know if we're gonna get to like, I don't know if we're gonna get the chance like actually finishing off Elpis, which I don't really want to, but considering the progress we've made so far and the fact that I'm 2 levels away from max, I do believe like around Elpis, like I do believe in Elpis is where the storyline's gonna end, is where the story's gonna end. I think in Elpis, or at least somewhere relative to it, somewhere that's not the present is where ENDWALKER's gonna end. This tower and the one further along both Peripatia Crystal, the facility where they archive all the Elpis' observational testing records. Despite they appear from the outside, the interior is actually a vast area which contains spaces, which, while fascinating, is not the reason why here is it. So I'll cut my architectural legends lesson short and see what those 2 activists say. If you can find someone to speak with around the other tower, I shall join you there. Anon. Questions for me, sir, just need more my current appointment. Indeed, so we can provide a comprehensive log of those behaviors. We should then have sufficient data for official records. Now, what is it you wish to speak with me about? Chief Overseer's personal research project, and by that I assume you mean Battalion. Battalion? Oh, I forgot. Such undocumented studies are difficult to track. After all, hardly a day goes past without seeing a researcher show up on post or another. I'm afraid I cannot tell you exactly when Metin appeared. Only that she now spends much of her time at Chief Hermes' side. Although I do recall an interesting tale by D.S. Windshield. Glee's my partner and a fellow researcher in the office. She returned late one night when she caught Hermes, Chief Hermes, and the Heaven's work, a host of them. For several days she would speak of that to her friends, describing it as one of the most beautiful spectacles she'd ever witnessed. This is the story I'd like to hear. Hive or not? Mr. Savant, I thought you had to return to the surface. The surface? You mean Amarat? Couldn't you think you could bring a valuable contribution to our concept proposal? Please not mention it. As you say, my original plan to leave after that task, but I simply couldn't go to Chief Hermes' research. If you feel me to lead telling me this, I should delay to go. Of course, I could even convert my lips directly if you prefer. The President should be observing the subject of Meta-based velocity. She does enjoy her time there, watching the sea creatures hunt and play, gazing upon the salty waters of the world's oceans, recreating such light detail. I imagine you must find similar indulging in boundless curiosity, Mrs. Van, even though such pursuits must continuously and regretfully delay your return to the star. Indeed they do. Since the West will deserve long overdue, I should think. How greatly have you prospered for this me accumulating your travels at the Zine? And what would help be without your earlier academic work? The theories you developed serve the basis for many techniques still in use today. Many as a creature of contemplation, but none embody that nature with as much enduring passion as you. I dare say there is not a soul alive waiting for return. Shall enjoy the day you depart on the final journey. I will be honored. Well, should we take this opportunity to meet going in person? Allow me to reconfigure the door to the archives here. It will take you to the skyway and spare you the need to avoid hostile contact on the ground. I'll be most hopeful, thank you. It's a dungeon. The other archivist said Navi hadn't already heard, but this story sounds promising. I've opened the path to the sky, but once you pass through the doors, and walk straight across to the next tower, ask for the Aperture. Upon arriving at the Aperture, walk straight across the sky when you'll find yourself the entrance to the base of Stalasi. Galleon will be able to share a tale of riding shore. Desire is so prime of preparing Petty as crystal. We need to ask the passage to the other here. Which is not just passing through. Allow me to prepare the path. We need further assistance. The Lord's observer to on the upper skyway. I'm not thinking that we will prepare an official welcome. Please, I only speak of Glenn if that might be arranged. Yes, Glenn, of course, I'll inform her immediately. But she may be engaged in a test with you. Convene for some meaningful wait. Shall I let her know your business is urgent? Don't be necessary. This only will keep us occupied until she's ready to receive us. Do more voice acting. I can just tell from how it took to load. You know what I mean. Hopefully.
A delightful breeze and a breathtaking view. What is it like in the future? Is the world still a beautiful place? Elpis is a place of exceptional beauty in this age, so it may not make for a fair comparison. While we wait, will you not tell me about your adventures? Well, not the portentous events which led you here, but the simple delights all your own. By learning about the future world, I may gain insight into future me's plans. But more than that, I have an interest simply as a fellow traveller. Short of going somewhere oneself, there's naught more stirring than hearing another's account. Incredible. Would that I could have been there to see it. Yours is a harsh and unforgiving world. Yet in spite of this, your brethren hold fast to their virtue. To know that the light of mankind's potential still shines, even in that faraway place, it gives me heart. Thank you for regaling me with your tales. I will treasure every word. As you know, I was once a scholar. And among other things, I sought to understand the workings of the world. What exactly is ether? How formed the laws of nature? Whence sprung mankind? Riddles and mysteries beyond counting. Over the years, I have managed to find answers to some few of them. Yet rather than attain a sense of mastery, the more I understood, the more I came to hold the world and its miracles in awe. We too are miracles, each and every one of us. born of the warm breath of life that traverses the heavens, swirling through eternity. When I fully grasped the improbability of our existence, nothing felt impossible anymore. If it could be imagined, it could be done. A passion swelled within me, an epiphany dispelling all preconceptions of what was natural and true. And a presence without, immense yet intimate, fate perhaps, holding us in its tender embrace. As reassuring as it was intimidating, how keenly aware I became of creation's fragility, built as it is upon precarious happenstance. I was overcome with an irrepressible urge to know the world more intimately, to hear its voice, feel its breath. I ventured forth on a journey that very day, so very long ago now. Freed from presumption and prejudice, I saw the world through a newborn's eyes. Everything fresh and new, and so beautiful. Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all a people, beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning, and my purpose, my love. And so long as they need help, I cannot return to the star. Perhaps my future self is still waiting for it. The moment she can let go and walk unto the end. Safe in the knowledge that man will find his own way. You, who are our future, tell me this, and tell me true. Has your journey been good? Has it been worthwhile?
Pray forgive my lateness. My observation subject was rather irritable, and it took a while to settle it down.
No need to apologize. Your work takes precedence. Besides, we had a pleasant conversation in the meantime.
You're too kind. Now then, I'm told you wished to ask me some questions.
Indeed. I've an interest in one of Hermes' creations. Meteion. You witnessed a host of them take flight, yes?
Oh, that! Yes, yes, I did. 'Twas in the dark of the morn. I'd left the Thalassai after nocturnal observation. As I walked along, I spied a bright light climbing high into the southeastern skies. Then, in an instant, it was gone, like a shooting star, only rising rather than falling. But then another shot up, then another, and another. Intrigued, I made my way to the edge to investigate. And who should I spy on an isle to the south but Hermes and Meteion, the Metea, rather. There were lots of them, and I realized they must be the shooting stars that I'd seen.
A dazzling spectacle indeed. Have you spoken with Hermes about this?
Oh, yes. The sight left such an impression on me that I approached him about his mystery project the very next day. Alas, he said that he couldn't reveal anything just yet, that he needed to conduct further tests. It shouldn't be long now, though. He often returns to that isle, and I have a feeling he's nearing a breakthrough.
Splendid. We are likewise eager for the details. Well, that is all we wish to ask. Thank you for taking the time to indulge our curiosity.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure to speak with other inquisitive souls. Oh, and will you be descending now? If so, I shall link the doors for you.
Please.
Alright, that was... You know, thought-provoking to a fault considering the fact I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do too much listening there, but I can understand Vanat's whole thing. She is literally just the old Azir, so another piece of the puzzle falls into place. For I've learned thus far, things are safe to conclude that Hermes hasn't been revealing the details of his research to others, which suggests that either someone will appropriate his discoveries and make use of them, or that Hermes himself will have a hand in causing the final days. Since you have no reason to suspect the former, you should consider the latter the more likely possibility. Proceeding under that assumption, our next step should be to define why, even if human desires to wait for our star. Alright. It's 2 a.m. I'd like to visit the site from which Hermes set forth in Matea. If we are fortunate, we may find some hint which this research drives this research of his. The green that she spotted in the southeast, right in front of Alice, she could see from the edge. We stand at that same vantage point, which should not prove too difficult to locate the island question. Let's see, come on, shall we? Alright, I want to at least go see Vanat, because I want to stop recording here. But yeah, this quest mine's actually sort of interesting, considering the fact that Daria was finally honest and told everything to everybody, and we're trying to put a stop to it all. I'm very much appreciative now of how things are going so far. Emmett's being handled really well, Hythloidius is being handled really well. I really like Hermes, I really like Metion. A creature bigger than King's name, so a cactar appears to be in fine spirits. Okay. But yeah, everything's picking up now that Daria actually told the truth. I'm enjoying the interactions between nearly everyone. Hermes, Metion, Hythloidius, and Emmett all bounce off of each other perfectly. Vanat is pretty great. Daria's, well, the Warrior of Light's whole involvement in the story is getting a lot more interesting. And yeah, just enjoying all of this. So yeah, let me do this area survey. But I could complete this quest and then here. I think I'll just complete this quest and then here. After I complete this quest. Because we just went through a big as shit cutscenes, I don't expect much to happen. Yeah, after this I'm gonna go. Now, if we were conducting this, if I were conducting this mysterious research, where would I go? What the fuck is that? Ah, how about that one? If we mean to fly, this is quite a distance away. I'm giving me a highly insurmountable problem. Yeah, I know. I know, okay? I know. To me, Argos. Oh yeah, I love that guy. German could have worked here, Dario, over to the island. Still no creature. There's no place in this great story of not to get a travel and city means up in the presence of strangers. Our ghost is rather exacting things, I'm afraid. What? You've written him before. Ah, you're before, meaning my after. Not all that confusing. That's interesting. Too soon and unthinkable. But speak of the here and now, the quick solution is for us to face off in a sparring match? I'll fight. I'll kick your ass or not. Just retreat the enemy or keep it when you won't get to the foundation, because this artist is worthy of this back. And besides, that made the teacher the team of the bargain. Seems doubtful, but you will say I'm not. It will certainly be months from there. I'm moving in the chair. Hopefully you travel out of time. Now I'll kick your ass. Beat up. Watch me beat up God. I admire your confidence. Clear mind compared to what is always clear over God. My shit looking. Wait. Alright. Watch me fold God real quick. I'm not going to good. Watch me fold God real quick. Paladin? Hi.
Let neither side hold back.
Retract.
My blade sings!
Whoa.
My blade sings! Impressive. I shall have to try something different.
Well, she went dancer? That shit.
No quarter! Have a taste!
I got folded because I fucked up once. I was chilling so hard too. Watch out, Heidel. Watch out. Oh, okay. Alright, I got a jumper. I'm not doing this on very easy. I'm not doing it. I am not a pussy. Alright, I'll be actually focused.
Let neither side hold back. My blade sings! My blade sings! Impressive. I shall have to try something different. No quarter. Have a taste. I see you won't be easily overcome, but neither will I. Prepare yourself. We've only just begun. Come at me with your all. Very well. Let us move to the final trial.
Bro? Oh no, we're getting anime shit.
Shed your burdens and show me your strength of will.
Oh nah. She actually Jesus.
You still stand. The people of your time are more resilient than I had dared hope. I have seen enough.
That was sick, I won't lie. I really like SFX bullshit that does that. It's nice seeing her switch classes too. Mechanics I'm not used to. Finally.
'Twas my intent to finish it, but clearly I underestimated you. One would think I never learn. I made the same mistake with Azam when we first sparred. Despite being less than half my age, her strength was astounding. As is yours. 'Tis plain you have weathered considerable hardship. Far more even than your tales would suggest. It seems we have both learned much on our journeys. Well now, I dare say he has warmed to you. A boon to be sure. He never forgets his favorites, and is ever eager to come to their aid.
Nice, dude. Just beat up God. Argos will soon have us standing on the very spot where the Messiah made the departure to the night sky. With luck, we will learn something of Hermes' intentions. My hope is a final connection. No festing wish for oblivion. Then we might have Hermes and his considerable expertise working for us rather than against us. Power upon your return. Let's move into the edge. Let's move into the edge before mountain, shall we? That will allow Argos to catch the current rise from above, below, and gives us a super better. Let's get to that. Let's go to the island first, and then we'll stop. And we'll stop when we land. Targets is back to be off. I don't think I'm gonna be the last kid anyone but me. I guess mission to the back to these muscles. Be given the go ahead to hop on. Oh fuck yeah, dude. Since President Argos there, we think so. Can I go down there? Oh wait, that's the 12 Wonders. Nice. Oh wait. Please don't let me know what you tumbling off the last one. More voice acting bold.
Quite a small place, lacking even the most basic equipment. The present may yield no clues, but we may yet try perusing the past. Have you done this before? So you cannot control the power freely. Worry not. I shall assist you. Come and stand before me. There are two ways to see the past. The first entails peering through the walls of the soul in the moment a subject is recalling a memory. The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether. As memories are etched upon the ether of the soul, so too are they etched upon the ether of the world. In this way can history be preserved. Such memories are given to fading, however, and can prove challenging to visit. But come, let us try. Close your eyes.
All units fully functional and proceeding on course towards their respective stars. Estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles. End of status report. Severing connection with shared consciousness. Did you hear that, Hermes? All is well.
Yes. Good tidings at long last. Every step of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
But soon we won't need to... speculate. speculate. We'll know the answers. What others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Whatever intelligent beings that exist out there are bound to be vastly different from us. Diverse in form and culture, possessed of unique ways of thinking. Their conception of life and its purpose will be no exception. Completely and utterly unlike ours.
Utterly unlike... how?
I have no idea. Yet whatever answers we receive, I will not dismiss them out of hand. No, I will think earnestly on them all. And I will share them with our people, that together we may contemplate our own existence. Perhaps then our star will become a better place. Not only for man, but for all life. Meteion, though I gave you wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet, learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser, we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and coming of age both.
Will there be apples? Covered in syrup?
And how are you supposed to eat them? Rather than food, perhaps... a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
So, what is your opinion? I understand. He is a gentle soul, and well-intentioned. Yet it does not take ill intent to beget ill. We must consider the possibility that something may have gone awry. Perhaps it was oversight, or simply an accident. In light of this, I propose that we reveal your tale to Hermes himself. If he does not wish for the final days, as we believe, he may well join us in pursuing a solution. Then it is settled. Let us seek out our friend with all swiftness. 'Twould not do to let such a pure soul be blackened by tragedy.
Never mind, I guess just finishing the thing. There are even reports that always make me nervous. We could do worse than looking Catesis hyperborea, largest facility. Things in the I wonder, Daria, if an institution which comes close to the sleep research every species doesn't for reasons, but well, did you not question how they find them on Sophie Islands? We went to us to think itself. I touched upon the premise before back at the archives where I found a theory stitched together of multiple individual species. The same holds true for materials, facility, and agricultural environments. It is there within these wrong, you have as the chief overseer of most of the officers' subsidiaries come to the work. Copies of disputes with the teleport world of queens and villages. How good. Teleport technology is like gas. You should navigate through it as you wish. This is the way it keeps this of glory, and we follow this path into multiple crossroads. Here we are, the green institution. We should head inside and ask his whereabouts. He needs to know the facilities we have just discovered. Oh, hi, you two. Furthermore, we've confirmed that his days into Dynamist as well as his creation of Meteon were entirely private pursuits. No one he spoke with appeared to possess the chief's depth of knowledge on the subject, and neither did we hear any tales of historic research. Which means that Hermes himself represented was either bring down apocalypse, they might recruit to help prevent one. Or so saith the illustration of itself. According to his story, the 14 divined the connection between the celestial current and the fallen things, but never the appropriate cause of the calamity. When people's greatest minds, not to mention hyperlogis and sharp eyes, committed to the pursuit of a solution, such an outcome seems inconceivable. The only possible explanation is if the nature of the catalyst was so inexplicable that even we failed to perceive it. What better fits the description than the invisible, intangible dumbness? Which in turn leads us to our next question. How did Hermes, in his role as Fandaniel, not recognize the subject of his own research? He also assumed that he either knew he was able to help, knew he wasn't able to help, or that he was otherwise prevented from identifying the cause in the first place. At this juncture, all we can do is speculate. To be clear, the communication does not tolerate acts of deception and malice. We are practicing perceiving truth and what everyone has from data lied to us. Hermes has no conscious wish for the world to end, or of that I am certain. It seems there's more to the tale after all. Investigation of our own DC. How comfortable. We seem to have reached the exact conclusion. The see no reason to live further. It says something about her reason to live forward. Safer things. Not safer than the ridiculous story. As I would sell check, do you take any potential threats to our existence? No matter how ludicrous and personally effective we find it. Fuck yeah. Whole gang torn up. Hunger and regarding. Of course, without speaking down there between the treat as a friend, I really caring how it might do for me. I'm lovely. I'm ready to do as we become a quartet. Past scheme with him with other ones in search of collaboration never now. I come in such a fucking coward. Alright. I thought this is either fine prayer. I'll just accept the request. I think the time for these days where you should trust. If I really have a montage of my vision. There he is. I'm next over. My team is with him. Always appears to be in the midst of an observation, study messages you know before they venture elsewhere. You should get the path. They can tell me to myself, the steroids from the bottom of the devices. I'm gonna at least get almost like every 3 hours. So. Well, if I sleep for the entirety of 3, that's 4 hours of sleep. I'll be 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so I'm going to end this here. I'm tired and I am confident I've done more than enough. At least as of right now. I'll talk to these guys one more time. Wait for you praising your progress and the contract to this person made this far. And again, even if you still put down the things that I'm not making the future. Natural communication that I can feel like they're usually extraordinary. Single brilliant attention to a part can make a real So, I still place the emphasis on just getting that is the region of this objective research complex, large detailed nature of observation sites and especially of darkness, creatures, disease, and dangers. I'm also very aware of this community as far as personal that love, questions, and admiration of the time recorded by certain Okay, well, I'm gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed. We're gonna continue this tomorrow like we usually do, hopefully if I decide to show up, if the queue is on my side. Anyways, without further ado, wait. Okay, without further ado, this is Marshall 609 Flash Twin signing off, and I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. Peace.